Go.
What up people? Karibuni kwa Coding Life as podcast where we discuss things to do tech and usually discuss the journeys wasa wamepitia ndio kujoin tech. Because manze watu ukapitia huku nje so
sana
we discuss the journeys from the start because there are people wenye wanna join and there are people who are already in the industry. So we try and map out the journey as better as we can based on our personal experiences. Because pia sisi
tukapitia one way or the other.
Manze ni hard kutoka mtaani and then coming out and becoming an engineer. But it's tough. You have to do a lot and then you have to prove a lot manze.
Kujituma.
Lazima ujitume. So let's go. So join us if you want to follow hii content tunataka kuwaletea. So it's an exclusive content. So ya kusaidia mavijana ndo mtu mwenye ako mtaani na ana feel anataka give up tech. Manze usi give up, just do your shit and do what needs to be done and manze it's sweet when everything starts building up and unakuwa like you start to be recognized as a proficient software engineer manze. It's a good journey and manze because engineering now manze inatakanga passion. You have to be so passionate about programming manze. Because yes there's that side yenye wase wanasema it has money and yes it does. That's not a lie. You tap it the right way to make dough. You know what I mean? But for you to tap it the right way you have to be consistent, you have to work hard, you have to have so many sleepless nights. Discipline man. Manze that's the key. Discipline. Kwanza ka unaanza from zero ka ujui shit about programming manze.
I think there is this guy anaitwa Ineos. This guy anaitwa na msao jina. So alikuwa anasema Kenyan champion. Alikuwa anasema consistency without discipline. Easy make stuff. So for you to work.
It's this guy Ineos, the one who anataka kubuy my name. You see the CEO of Ineos. It's the guy mwenye anataka kubuy my new. Yes, and it's the guy I think mwenye alikuwa anapeana story ya Kipchoge.
Now the Kipchoge now he was in an interview session. Alikuwa anasema consistency without discipline has no result, so lazima kuwe na consistency manze.
You have to do it
and you build every day.
You have to push. Manze hakuna shortcut kwa life. Watch our vile wanakimbianga. Have you ever like gone to YouTube and just get a video of Kipchoge wakitrain?
Sasa kuna time nilikuwa nimejichocha juu nilikuwa nimechikiwa na wako na presetters. So kuna place ukiisha nguvu na kusukumwa.
Manze those guys run. And you know like this last race he had, the one alikimbia in less than 2 hours, 42 miles my guy.
That guy is a goat
and it's sprinting. So I think it's this, you see, I think the same applies to programming. Yes, some might say it's easy, you know. But manzi kwanza ukianza from scratch. Me I remember nikianza kucode at first manzi sikuwa na get vitu bwana, and I'm like nimefungua hivi code, nimefungua editor
and HTML
kwanza manzi acha kuambia, unaona hizi ma tags hizi ni
iframes kwanza ukifika hapo ile una place hata mimi nilikuwa
and then cause mimi nikianza kucode nilijoin Moringa. So kuna mabozi wengine wametoka kampo manzi si wako kofiti kuzumsi yako na background
kuna basics.
Manzi mimi nimetoka mtaani, nimetoka hapo base hapo manzi intimidation yenye manzi inavitiana nayo yao manze cause yes kuna watu wanaelewa kuna mtu anaelewa kitu but mimi niko hapa sielewi at first sielewi then that's HTML my god kuja CSS na hiyo ni ile ni hizo ni crash course ni prerequisites lazima ukuwe nazo hizo ni vitu lazima kwanza ukuwe nazo
na hapo unachapiwa sprint
and then hujaingia JS vanilla
ile inakuwa msee
unaandika mafulo then boys I remember kuna this ni test cause Moringa inapanga tuko tunasoma mnafanya mna actually mna go through the set structure of content then on Friday at the end of that set curriculum hapo chini kuna test you get so there's this specific test ya kutengeneza was it painful you see this dice game automating the dice game
I think you showed me
I showed you on GitHub repo.
So guys it is there on GitHub repo so ukiwa free unaweza check mwambie username
Kinuthi all if you do just search email yangu ni kinuthi@0@gmail.com if you search that on GitHub itakuletea jamaa fulani yako hapo amepiga wera mbaya
Kinuthi mwenyewe
amepiga wera hapo so this specific game kuna mabozo wengine hapo hadi nakumbukanga hiyo story hadi this nigga specific siwezi mkumbuka jina manze jamaa alafu tulikuwa tunafanya like Friday mnafanya like the whole day mnafanya your test and it's solo buda and then by end of day
teamwork
test unafanya solo buda you know the final project ndo mnafanya nyinyi wote as a group but this specific this specific test this is kwa curriculum you have to do it yourself so this nigga aliandika code I think it was like 200 lines of JavaScript code buda na hiyo ndo tumeingia coding ya JavaScript and then cause sasa the funny thing because now coding is different coding inakuanga indizo yes you might write 200 lines of code and then mimi nikuja I write 50 lines of code that works that really works as in the way I've structured my code it really works but since this your time I think that time I struggled one day I even remember I struggled because you see JavaScript inakwanga a bit if you're new to it manze utayogopa it's easy to yogopa
because ukiingia dom
it's more of utadhani ni mahesabu but it's not really hesabu it's just the logic
you just speak you see nasikia msee
it's like you see JavaScript is you translating a specific set of commands or instructions you see it's you translating those instructions to a written code
or you could say is a setting up an event kupanga event can take place
you can say that but you see like the way let's say for example you are writing an article you're giving a story you see there are those you see you have to first visualize that story and then write it down pure English with the vocabularies to make it interesting you get the commas the paragraph the alignment you see so JavaScript is more of like that because you have it's like you're giving you're like mapping out instructions then plus now you're doing that and it's kind of hard for you it's hard for you because it's new to you yes you've done HTML CSS you see the flow from CSS HTML you're even interested
and the site is high up
like I remember the first project we did it's still on my GitHub repo I can't perfect evil but that project I think that specific GitHub repo in that project I think I can of all the projects I've done because I've done huge ones I've done great ones I've done all sorts of projects but this specific one it was not that great because we were creating like a menu, a restaurant menu. It was called something to do like Anita's Kitchen. It's called Anita's Kitchen.
Yeah.
That was my first
project.
That I was like, okay, it was not perfect. No,
it was working.
Because it had broken carousels and all. And sliders that were broken. But me running that project,
you felt you were on top of the world.
This is the first time I did the submission for that project. I felt.
You felt it?
Yeah, I'm doing something right now. Because you see, it's interesting because code is, it's not pretty much, yes, it's pretty much of what you're doing behind the scenes. But what really excites someone is the outcome. You see the outcome after a whole day struggling to sort a specific bug or to working on a specific UI. And then at the end of the day, you're like, damn, I just did that. So the first time, that's the first project I did that I think it was an indicator that I'm doing, I think whatever I'm doing.
So it was kind of an eye opener.
Yes, whatever I'm doing is the right thing, yeah?
You're on the right track.
Yes. So now you have that joy. You picture this. You have that joy of, I did this. And then I got colors. I added these images.
So wait. So it's not, most of the developers I've met, they have struggled with colors. So how was your colors? Like, for the guys who are good on front end, they are good, but you find that most people who are coming, who are starting up, they mix colors and the outcome is not good.
You see, at first you don't care. Sorry to say. At first you don't. You see, you've been told to create a menu. So of course you are going to color crash everywhere. Rainbow. Yes, you are going to have like a rainbow of a side to back. Yes, but you see, these things you just don't pick up. You don't pick them up at one day. You just wake up and just don't pick up. But I'm the best front end software engineer. No, no. So for me at that specific juncture, I didn't care. Yeah, and so to say, yes, there's an imbalance between, you see, for you to be an engineer, yes, there are engineers I know who are better at front end and back end, but those ones are dinosaurs. It's rare. But there are others that these niggas enjoy back end engineering. Like me. I like that. You see that adrenaline rush that you're solving something complex. Even UI, because even UI, there's some UIs like a specific design. For you to hack that design, you have to be smart. You have to think outside the box. Yes, for you to bring out that design, because it's tough. Yeah. So at first, I didn't care. I have a site, an image,
it is working.
Logo. Yes, and it is working.
So you are at that point. If it is working, don't touch.
That is me. Yes, that's my first project. Yes, and then you see now with all that excitement, you've built your site. You've done, so to say, great things. Yes, great things. Yeah. So now. Here comes JavaScript. The first time you learn JavaScript, you're like, hey, I'm done with code.
Coding is stuff.
Because now you've transitioned from this set of tags. You see, HTML, the structure is just tags.
Setting up the skeleton.
Yes. Now, JavaScript is pure logic. Yes, there is front end. You can do it. But the one that you're being taught, because now we're being taught to write the logic part of programming, which is JavaScript. Now we are using JavaScript at this specific instance. Yes. So it's tough, my guy. Some people even, I guess some people even dropped the classes.
Well, because of JavaScript.
Oh my guy, you think that's a joke? You? No, not really. Not really. But okay, we were mixed. So Moringa school is, in terms of social setting, they're diverse. So you will find a kid there who has come from nothing basically, but he has this curiosity that he wants to pursue coding. So like me, when I joined Moringa school, I didn't even have my laptop. I was using this old generation Toshiba laptop that it had issues. I was actually, it's a laptop. And my guys, if someone is listening and we were in the same class of 2018 prep, they can attest. If someone knows me, they know I had a laptop that I was using an external keyboard, because the keyboard it was dead. It was literally dead.
I did an external one.
Yeah, I was using an external one. And then here, you're in a classroom where people have MacBook. Sheesh. They have MacBook. Yet, here you are with the Toshiba Apple, and it's heavy. I even remember how it was. You see, there's a story for another day that I can cover of how that week, the transition of that week to when I was joining Moringa.
So the first week
see that week to join,
before
the hardships that were there
before joining the Moringa,
even me getting that Toshiba laptop.
So okay, I think we should hands up. This is not a paid partnership with Moringa.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Moringa is a prepare key so
it's part of my
story. So but big up to Moringa, to the Google they are working, they are doing, and
because if it were not, like, let me just say it out it clear.
Okay.
The chance I got from Moringa school, I don't think I would have gotten the same chance from anywhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's where my journey begins, Manzi.
So that's your journey?
That's where my journey begins. But my journey begins a few days prior to me joining Moringa school.
Nice.
So this is how I joined Moringa school and how I the dream started. Let me just give a drop.
A drop
of how it happened. So I had around 2018, I think at the time, I had just ventured into interior design as a fully. So we were doing it with, you see, where I come from, we usually transition in phases from my village. Most of the time unaanza kwanza na mjei. Ukimaliza high school buda mjei. Ukipiga mjei, then if you're lucky enough, there's like a group of guys that do interior. These gypsum installations and all.
The gypsum and the colors.
Yeah, you see those?
Yeah.
So me, I joined. There's a guy called Kevo. He picked me up and we started hustling with him. But initially, me, I had a passion of something I didn't know what it was.
So
I had a passion of something that
it was not there.
I didn't know.
No clue.
I knew I was to do something. I was destined to do something different. That I was to do something different. Passing.
Okay.
You get? But I didn't know what. You see that the what?
The what?
Yes.
Okay.
You see the what? That's what I was missing. So, and then I met a friend of mine. I became friends with that. I won't mention names, but the guy really triggered. He really triggered something inside me, because what happened? He had a startup at the time. So, and then because we were friends, he gave me the chance to come and just observe, as because he had employees at the time. Okay. So he gave me the chance and to come just sit with them when they're working.
Where they are working.
When they are working, just come sit with them.
Sheesh.
You get. So I used to come, sit, and then see what they're doing. So at the time he had like 2 employees, if I'm not wrong. Two employees.
Okay.
So he was willing to train me to become a software, but now, because at the time he was working somewhere else, you get. So the time constraint, he couldn't, and I understood. You get. So I used to go to his place, and lucky enough, there was always an extra laptop there, just sitting there. So I go pick, then just because there was Wi-Fi, you see, in his apartment, and then the other guys working there. He had a startup at the time. I think right now it's a big company. So I go sit there, and then I just navigate through programming, and then there are guys who were seated there. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to work like that guy. I just want to be like him.
This is the person I want to be.
Yeah, the person who is working. Yeah, there was a guy who was the senior engineer at that startup. I told myself, whatever comes, I want to be like that guy. Now, where now my story transitions to Moringa. This is how it transitioned in a very lucky way, so to say. So, the brother to my friend, he was also my friend. So it was on a Monday. He suggested if me sitting there alone won't be helpful for me to learn code, because now what I just need that spark. That spark for me to kickstart. I need a structure. I need someone to show me how to learn or how to learn new languages and how to get things done.
Okay.
So he suggested, actually he suggested 2 schools. I think it was like 2. One of them is, the name is, I won't name, it's in Westlands. If you know, it's easy to know which school is that. Yeah, it's very easy to know which school is that. And then Moringa school.
Moringa.
Yeah. So, cause me I had now the void I had. You see the void that I had a passion to do something, but I didn't know what it was.
So you can say there's this spark you were waiting for. You didn't have.
I had an empty dream. Yes, it was a dream. I knew this void needs to be filled with something.
And here comes the spark.
Now here comes this my friend picking me up into his uni. Into his startup, just coming, sitting there. He fills that void. He fills that void with software engineering, purely programming. You see, now that void is full. Now I know I want to be a software engineer. Outright, that's what I want to do.
Nice.
And then now comes his brother, who suggests that I should venture into a school for me to just have the structures and for me to be shown how to do things the right way. And this is what you do. So he told me it was on a weekend, and then the opening for that intake for Moringa School was closing on. It's on Sunday, and the intake is closing on Thursday. That's when the last, because they used to do interviews. I don't know if they do it right now. Used to go sit with someone and they ask you questions. They ask you questions.
You're going to run.
You're going to learn, but they'll ask you. You see, they don't ask you programming questions. No, no, they just ask you. What are they called? Because Moringa School is more of peer program. You see, how would you relate with others when you're doing this? So it's like a social
teamwork,
mindset questions.
Oh, okay.
You get? So the guy is asking you questions like for example, the guy is asking you there. Let's say in a scenario, you're building a site. You have your partner there in a group. You're building a site. Then you want the site to have the color red, and he wants the site to have the color blue. What do you do? And what color will the site have? At the end of those conversations and whatever dispute resolution you use, what color will you use? You see, such a question. You get? So that's it's trying to like test you. Are you going to reason with facts or just going to reason foolishly? So what he wants to know is that you will reason with facts. You tell me why you want the balloon to be red. You tell me why you want the balloon to be blue. And then we bring an intermediary to come and just if we don't agree, if you don't accept my facts, we bring in an intermediary to come and resolve the dispute. You get? So you see such kind of questions. Yeah, so you have that, and then so I had to do that on a Wednesday, and then luckily I received the mail. I think it was on Wednesday or something. I don't remember when clearly because it's been a while. So I received an email while I was at home. That, congratulations, Mike, you've been accepted to Moringa School.
And the journey begins.
And the class starts on Monday.
So listeners, there you have it. That was Mike's story on how he started off. His software engineering at Moringa. Mike, so you have shared your GitHub profile, and the username. So it's there on GitHub. So check it up. We will set it up on the description.
We'll add in the description, yes.
So yeah, there you have it, guys. My name is Mike, and we are with Mike. This is Coding Lifers.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you next time.
Cheers.
And make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Tune in
to get notified every time we upload new content.
Tune in for more content.
Yep.
We have a lot.
You have a lot, Manze.
Have a lot to speak. That's a drop.
And if you have any topic you need us to talk about, also share with on our comment section. And also make sure you share with a friend. It was a nice time.
I'll just say, pick up what you can learn from our experiences, because we won't just be talking about our experiences, because we have other engineers out there who will be inviting guests on this podcast, and we'll have a lot to talk about. I'm sure engineers out there so tune in to Coding Lifers podcast, and let's do this together.
Coding Lifers.
See you next time.
Good news, man.
Cheers.